So let's set the stage here. A back and forth ball game with Adelphi up 6-3 in the bottom of the ninth inning. Pitcher on the hill still Colton Rayton. He had a shaky last frame, and his first batter is someone who's been on a tear recently, Benji Reese, with a double leading off this game. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored as well. Righty-righty matchup. Rayton allowed a home run last inning, and the man on deck, Jason Boulay, fired one earlier today as well. First pitch to Reese. Fastball right down Broadway for strike one. Moyne on an 8-game winning streak with that in jeopardy now. Rayton comes set. The 0-1. Reese hammers it into left field, and it's down for a hit. Leadoff man aboard for the Dolphins. Bringing up the 9-hitter, Jason Boulay. He's 1 for 3. Despite that 2-run shot back in the third, his 2 outs have not been pretty. A pair of backwards-looking Ks, but they came at the end of solid at-bats, both of them after fouling off multiple 2-strike pitches. Top of the order on deck as well. Boulay at the very back of the right-handed batter's box. First pitch. Called strike. That one down the middle again, a fastball. Rayton's four-seamer has been working for him thus far. It's his breaking stuff that has really been victimized. 0-1. Pitch on the way. Four-seamer called for a strike belt high on the outer part of the zone. Boulay cringed looking back at his dugout after that call. He didn't like it. Runner on first, nobody out. 2-strike count to Boulay. Rayton from the stretch. Fastball, splintered out towards second base. Sliding play, throw over to second base is in time, but the runner is there at first. So one away with a runner on for the top of the order now. That brings up Drew Carroll. He's still searching for hit number 1. 0 for 4.
Now batting the second baseman, number 5, Drew
Carroll batting from the left side. He struck out on 4 pitches looking to start the game, then lined out in the third, grounded out in the fifth, and then robbed of a hit by a diving play in right field last time up in the 7th. Tim Feliz responsible for that highlight reel grab. Carroll switches sides of the plate. He was all set to bat from the left side, but now saddles up on the right after a quick discussion with the umpire. So a righty-righty matchup with a runner on first, 1 out. The pitch misses way behind the catcher, a ball, and that puts Boulay on second base. Doesn't really matter if you're Adelphi. You don't care about Boulay really as a base runner because you have a 3-run lead and he's just one man on the base path. But a 1-0 count with a runner in scoring position now for Carroll. First wild pitch thrown by an Adelphi arm. 1-0 count, runner in scoring position, 1 away. The pitch. Carroll waits on a fastball high and away, and that's ball 2. Carroll entered this game with a .286 batting average. He's got 16 RBIs on the season, potentially 17 waiting on second. 2-0. Misses high and away. Here's where things get dicey if you're Rayton. It's a 3-0 count. If you walk Carroll, that brings up the tying run with just 1 away. It does give you a double play opportunity that could end the game. That would end the game. But still, the top of the order up with the tying run, not a pretty combination. 3-0 pitch on the way, called strike, blown away. Carroll was about 75% through the motion of throwing his bat to the dugout and walking off to first, but the umpire keeps him in check. Not the first time that Moyne or Adelphi batters have found the umpire's calls questionable. 3-1. Pitch. He swings, pops it up, right side, hooking foul and out of play over the wall. So what was a 3-0 count for Carroll is quickly full. A 3-2 count, 1 out, runner on second, 6-3 Adelphi leads in the bottom of the 9th inning. Moyne vying for any base runners. Rayton checks back at second, decides on home. The pitch misses high and away. So the tying run is up for Moyne with runners on first and second in Nick Nevin. And he got his first hit of the game back in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 4. Alec Mogg calls time to go out and talk to his pitcher. Catcher's going over signals and coming up with a game plan for Nevins.
Now batting the shortstop.
Nevins not exactly a power hitter. He does have 4 home runs on the season, which ties him for 3rd on the team, but he's gone 3 weeks without putting one over the wall. Runners on 1st and 2nd, 1 away, a righty-lefty matchup. 3-run game. Right in the first pitch, Nevins waits on a fastball high and in for ball 1. On deck awaits Dewey Rodin, who has already homered in this game, and he's already done it off of Colton Rayton. There's nobody warming up in the Adelphi bullpen, so very likely Rayton will finish out this game unless it heads to extras. 1-0 pitch. Nevins chippers it foul off to the right side. Grounded out to first his first time up in the 1st inning. Grounded out to 2nd in the 3rd. Singled to center field in the 6th, and then flied out to center last time up in the 8th. First time that Nevins has batted in back-to-back innings in this one. The 1-1. Too far inside, he winced at it, and it's a ball. At that point, if you're Nevins, you don't want to lean into the pitch because that's a strike, but don't get out of the way. 2-1 count. 1 away, runners on 1st and 2nd, 6-3 Adelphi leads in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch, Nevins swings and fouls it off to the left side, so it's a 2-2 count. The redshirt senior with an opportunity to really put his side in good position to tie this game. A home run would do it, but anything getting on base. 2-2 pitch. Bounces out to second base. Throw over to second for 1. Not in time. Nevins is safe at first, and the bases are loaded with 1 away for the power-hitting Dewey Rodin. Moyne down by 3, and the winning run at the plate. Rayton takes a moment behind the rubber to reassess the situation and calm himself down. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Rodin homered on the 2nd pitch he saw from Rayton his last time up. The grad student fires. That pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Rodin taps both cleats and both sides of home plate. Ducks all over the pond. 1-0 pitch. Waits on a fastball below the knees for ball 2. It's important for power hitters, especially at a moment like this, to remember you don't need to swing for the fences, just for contact. As long as you don't hit into a double play, you keep the game going. But Rodin's got home runs on his mind most of the time. Except when he doesn't swing. A 3-0 count after that. Still no action in that Adelphi bullpen. Nobody even stretching over there. 1 out. 3-0 count. Bases loaded for Rodin. Moyne down by 3. The pitch. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. A 3-1 count. Brody Keniston on deck, hungry for something positive. He's 0 for 4 with a trio of strikeouts. He could use a pick-me-up. Hitters count for Rodin. Misses inside, and Rayton walks in a run. It's 6-4 Adelphi with only 1 out in the bottom of the 9th and the bases loaded. Now some action in that Panthers bullpen. Hurriedly warming up is Robert Athenita, another grad student, a right-hander.
Brody Keniston.
So Keniston up with the bases loaded. The tying run in scoring position on second base, the winning run on first. Rayton, his team's leader in saves, fires. Keniston lifts it foul off to the right side. Oh, 0-1 count. Rayton puts the glove at his belt and deals. Keniston chips it to the backstop, and he's down 0-2. Bases loaded, one away, 6-4 Adelphi leads in the bottom of the ninth. Keniston 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, down 0-2 in this count. Wears a green helmet, but could don the golden sombrero with one wrong move. Fires, he pops that one straight up, behind home plate, Mogg chasing it down at the backstop, and he misses it, a foul ball. So an extra chance for Keniston thanks to some tricks from the sunlight. Rayton toes the rubber, takes a heavy breath on the hill. Keniston crowds the plate and chokes up on the bat about an inch. Again, the 0-2. Waits on a fastball high. One and 2 now the count. The pitch. Keniston swings, drives it deep to left field, way back! Are you kidding me? A walk-off grand slam, and Moyne erases a 4-run deficit. A home run from Brody Keniston seals the deal. Eight to 6 the final in the first leg of this doubleheader. And when Dolphins fans, players, coaches, whoever look back on the 2023 season, that will be one of your landmark moments. Brody Keniston going yard for Lemoyne's third home run of the game, and most importantly, an ultimate slam. A walk-off grandy deep to left field. There was no doubt in that swing. He took one cut, and within an instant, nobody was even watching the ball. Keniston was galloping off to first. Adelphi players were already sauntering off into right field for their post-game meeting. A back-and-forth game with one of the most electric endings of any game, not just in the NE10, not just in Division II baseball, but in all of college sports. Keniston goes yard. There's your final score, 8 to 6, a walk-off grand slam. If you had any reservations about coming out to a baseball game or watching it on a Thursday afternoon, probably missing class or work or whatever, well, your prayers have been answered because Keniston just gave you a reason.